The third of Simon's Matchbox challenges was the wonderful Waka, the Boeing Chinook. Let's see how I got on with it right here on Gary's Stuff. Hi, I'm Gary. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Channel supporter Simon John has been sending me some Matchbox kits. These were kits made in the 70s and 80s and were for some time seen as a bit of a rival to Airfix. They were made from multicolored plastic and things like that, and they quite often approached subjects that Airfix wouldn't even go near, and some of them were really, really good. He sends them to me, I build them and film them being built and see what I can make of them using the tools available to me now. Now today it's the Boeing Chinook in 1/72nd scale, a kit the tooling for which was made in 1986. Now if you enjoy the video, and I hope you do, please do remember the best way to support the channel for free is to subscribe. If you also hit the bell, you'll be notified of all my future content as it is published. And of course, anything you like on my channel, please do give it the old imperial thumbs up on that like button below, because every like counts. And if you would like to make a more concrete contribution to the channel, you can do that through super thanks by becoming a channel member or by using any of my online partner programs listed in the information box below. Well, let's get on then and see what I made of the Waka, but first a quick look at the paints and products I used to make it. Okay, the first thing we can do is put in the seats for the aircrew. So on each side there's the control column that goes in here. So and then there's the cyclic control. You have the principal control, hand control I should say, of a helicopter goes on here. Next, the rudder bars go in here. They kind of sit into a little socket down there, like that. Then the instrument panel fits over this tab at the back, over here, like so. You can just glue that in place. The rear of the cockpit slots in here. So then the back of the cockpit area goes on like so. What I'm going to do is let all this dry and then prime the whole thing. I've sprayed the interiors of the cockpit with the light grey I've used earlier on the side panels here, and the cockpit area is black, and so the floor goes into the kit like so, ready for assembling the two halves. And before the two halves together, don't forget to put the shafts for the propellers in here. If you want the propellers to turn, then don't glue them in place. Then when you're ready, you can attach the other half of the fuselage and start lining everything up, which will take a bit of time. The rear ramp has two parts one that clips into the other like so. Now I'm not going to have the ramp open because there's just no detail in this inside, and I'm really not, I don't have the time to do some redetailing really, so we'll just glue this together and then put it on the aircraft. So the ramp clips into here and sits here. These are slots for the undercarriage legs, rear undercarriage. And then with those in place, we can close off the back with another panel, another door here. There's also a fillet here that goes at the front of the rear rotor assembly, the fin at the back. They're different. The American one's got slightly different. It's got an air intake there. This is the RF one. For the engines, there's two little like locator pins here and here that don't locate on anything. There's nothing for them to locate on, and they just get in the way, so you might as well get rid of them. And then the two halves of the engine come together like so. Then the engine pod can sit on the fuselage like so. And there's a support here that I'm going to guess includes various bits and pieces like fuel and stuff like that, maybe. Goes in here. Then the air inlet cover can go on here. The filter for the cover goes on the top, like so. There's also a door here on the front which needs to slot in here like so. Next thing to add are these aerials along here. Now I found I had to drill out a lot of these holes to get the aerials to go on as they come off the sprue. And there's a little thing that goes in here as well. And there are these little pods on the side that go on. Then when all three blades are on, we cap them with the top part of the rotor hub assembly. What you have to make sure is that there's this actuators here on the side and they don't get in the way. It's very, very important they don't get in the way. Otherwise you'll never be able to close these up properly. And these actuators tuck underneath this horn-shaped thing here. Connects up there. With the ocean grey painted on and the aircraft masked up with some putty, I can paint on the dark green. Can start assembling the undercarriage from some wheels and these legs. This is for a rear leg. It has one wheel on it. And the front wheel, front gear leg, as it were, has two wheels on it. The undercarriage legs can then go into the body. The double units at the front, and then the single units at the back. Then you can also start putting the windows into the sides. Then we can start taking away the masks we put in earlier. It seems such a long time ago now. Over the clear parts. And finally, just for fun, just because we can, I'm going to put some very, very fine, ridiculously fine thread. I need to get some of this. Not as fine as this, but some very fine thread. Then finally the rotor can go onto the hub, like so, and the kit is complete. So there it is, the Matchbox Chinook in 1/72nd scale. Not a terrible kit, not a great kit. Plenty of fit issues. Lots of places where things, glue this here and there isn't a hole for it or a locator or whatever. But you know what? Not impossible to build and to paint and to make a reasonably good fist of. So I kind of enjoyed it. Walked down memory lane, as it were. I think the FX1 will be an awful lot better. There is not a bad kit, not the greatest kit, but still a fair representation of a Chinook, I think, especially if you put in some modern decals. Of course, the Airfix Chinook, the brand new 2024 tooling, will be a very different beast, and I'll be making that very soon. Now, if you've enjoyed the show, I hope you have, please remember you can subscribe to the channel for free, it supports the channel, and also if you hit the bell, you'll be notified of all my future content as it is published. And if you like anything you see here, please remember, give it the old imperial thumbs up on the like button below, because every like counts. Thank you so very much for watching today. Hope to see you again on the channel very soon. Take good care now, and goodbye.